He is the innovator and managing member behind Hub Kitchens. He has spent over 16 years in restaurant management with successful brands such as Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, P.F. Chang's, and Capitol Grill, the Capitol Grill. At all of these companies, he served as either executive chef or sous chef, bringing in more than $8 million in annual sales in some locations. That's a lot of plates to get out. He has a proven track record of managing profitable kitchens and enthusiastic teams. He's also a certified Serve Safe instructor and a member of the National Registry of Food Safety Professionals. He believes in an environment of shared knowledge and resources to achieve a more successful bottom line for all. Let's give it up for Jason Johnson.
Hello? Can everyone hear me? Yeah. Thank you. My name is Jason Johnson. Oh, I didn't have any slides. That was one of the failures. My name is Jason Johnson, and I am a failure. I know that may sound like a harsh thing to say, but I think when they reached out to me and they wanted to know if I would do this, they kind of led off because they were a part. Boxyard was a part of one of my failures. This is how they got to know me. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I am from Littleton, North Carolina, which is a little rural town in Halifax County. Population, I think, today is still under 3,000. One caution light. Hardee's is where everyone worked in high school to get a job, Piggly Wiggly. And I had a graduating class of 213 people. I was one of 12 that actually said, I'm getting out of here and I'm going to college. So, decided to go to the Marines first and say, you know what, I'm gonna go to the reserves, I'm gonna do my, pay for college this way, I'm gonna make my mom proud. And about 8 weeks in, my shin split. So I had to say, well, I'm not gonna sit on Parris Island for 12 weeks and wait for this to heal, so ship me out, I'm gonna go back to school, or go start school. So failure number one, I didn't even complete that. Go to college, get in college. College is great. College is fun. I'm in the marching band. I'm having a great time. I just don't like getting up and going to class. And the school kind of frowned upon that. And after 5 years of showing up for band practice and not really going to class, they said, hey, how about you just don't come back next year? We're tired of taking your money. So another failure happened. I didn't graduate from college. Got out of college and said, you know what? I had a job for a couple years working for Chili's as a server. They asked me to be a manager, and I was like, well, what could possibly go wrong here? I said, sure. They shipped me off to Winston-Salem. I did some training. I came back. I think I was with Chili's for about a couple years before I got fired from there. So that was my first managerial restaurant job that I got fired from. I didn't live up to the expectations, so they said, hey, we're going to go our separate ways. And then I moved on to P.F. Chang's, and went and worked for P.F. Chang's and Cheesecake Factory for a while, and went all the way up to executive chef. First time executive chef, brand new restaurant down in Augusta, Georgia. I'm on top of the world. I think I lasted about 20-some days as the executive chef because I did not understand how to be a good leader at that time. I was just a egotistical, self-driven person that could just do everything himself. So they told me, hey, yeah, you're gonna have to step down and get out of here. So failed at that job too. They called me up and they said, hey, you wanna go down to Jacksonville, Florida and help out? Yep, did that, so came back up. So I spent when I went to Ruth's Chris at the P.F. Chang's, decided to fire me. And I was at Ruth's Chris a long time, 6 years. Bounced around, fixed a lot of kitchens, did a lot of great things, had a wonderful time, learned a lot about myself and being a leader, and then we decided to split parts. So I think of all my managerial jobs, I think only 2 of them I actually walked away on my own terms. And it came to a point in 2018, I saw a piece of property over here on South Dawson Avenue. It was 1.5 acres. They wanted $500,000. I was driving with my wife. I was working at Capitol Grill, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy that. Now, here's why I think they called me. I have an unusual talent to where I'm just not afraid to fail. I really just don't care. It's like, if I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do my best at doing it, and if I don't meet somebody's expectations, at least I did it. And that's just been my motto for a long time, is just, Why not? $500,000 property, $1.5 million loan, put my house up for collateral, my car, my blood. Sure, this doesn't scare me. Let's sign the papers, you know? And the day my loan went into underwriting, March 2020 happened, and M&F Bank said, hey, we're going to have to put that loan on hold. We got to start doing PPP. So I failed at opening up this nice Hub Kitchens over here and putting $1.5 million in debt. Now, today, as I stand in front of you, I'm still a failure, but I am a failure right now, and it does have 1 location open, 3 more opening this year, and I will be opening the first ever multi-concept ghost kitchen inside of RDU in Terminal 2, which means by June, you will be able to order up to 9 different concepts out of 1 restaurant on your phone before you even go through security. So, yes, thank you. And I have a deal for many more to come. So the only way I could accomplish the things I've been accomplishing so far is I just never have been afraid of failure because I don't know what failure is. I looked up in the dictionary and it says lack of success, or it says the failure to meet expectations. Well, who defines success? I define success. As long as I went and did it and tried and I failed, I can get up tomorrow and I can go back and do something different. And that's normally what I did. I tried something, it didn't work, and I said, okay, well, what can I do next? It's ingrained in me for where I came from in a place where, you know, we depended on farmland, we depended on external sources to help us live. We just never were afraid of what was going to happen tomorrow. And in my business so far now as being an entrepreneur, I believe having that courage to say to yourself, hey, so what if I don't do what someone else wants me to do? So what if I don't make the most money at doing it? So what? Nobody defines that you are a failure unless it's yourself. And I call myself a failure right now because I haven't reached what I consider to be success for myself, which is one day sitting back, old, gray, kids that love me, grandkids that love me, and hopefully leaving them in a better place than I started in the world. So I come here to say to you, you can reach me, hubkitchens.com, jjohnson@hubkitchens, but I've just always told people, like, there's no reason to fear what you don't know. When I got the opportunity to open 9 concepts under 1 roof and work with the largest ghost kitchen operator in the world, here I am, this little business owner, got this one little 3,000 square foot company. They want me to partner with this multi-billion-dollar company. I was the first one who was like, sure, why not? Because what's the worst that can happen? They find out I don't know what I'm doing? Okay. You know, or maybe they don't find out that I don't know what I'm doing. But I've never been afraid to fail because I tell people all the time, there is no such thing as failure unless you feel like you failed. And there's nothing that the only way I think you really possibly can fail is by telling yourself not to do something. Because if you don't give it a shot and you don't try, you never know what may come out of it. You don't. You really don't. If I had sat down and said when that loan went belly up and I said, you know what, that's it, I'm done, I can't do this, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be working for myself. And because I do work for myself now, I now can go to every one of my daughter's little soccer practices and little swim lessons. So that's a success to me. I'm not rich. By no means am I rich. But I'm now starting to live life on my terms because I decided to take those chances. And I tell anyone that wants to be an entrepreneur and succeed, you have to take chances. Now, don't just take crazy chances. You know, you can't really go out there and say, I'm going to make chocolate-flavored pasta and I'm going to become a millionaire off of it. You might, but the chances are not very high because I've never seen it. But even if you did, you had the craziest idea in the world, you know, why not try it? What's the worst that can happen to you? You can manage risks. You know, you can make sure you don't go bankrupt, and that's what Hub Kitchens is. Hub Kitchens is a commercial kitchen facility that's for rent by the hour to anybody who wants to do it. And when I founded it and I started it, I pretty much said I just want to give people a place to fail successfully. Oh. And that's what we do at Hub Kitchens. We give people, food entrepreneurs, a place to fail successfully. And what I mean by fail successfully is if you do run out of money, if you do lose everything, if your marketing strategy doesn't work, hey, guess what? You're not bankrupt. You're not living on the street. You can take what you learn, you can rewrite your business plan, and you can try it again. Because I'm only taking a couple of $100s a month. And that's what I feel everyone needs in the world, is that you need to have a place where you can just fail successfully. You can go out, you can try everything. It doesn't have to be the end of your life. It really doesn't. I mean, as we sit here and talk about it, think about when Jeff Bezos started telling people, I'm going to sell books out of my garage. And nobody ever would have believed, I mean, when Amazon came out, nobody would have thought it was what it was today. I don't know where Hub Kitchens is going. All I know is that I get to meet a lot of great food entrepreneurs with a lot of great ideas. I get to hear people talk about their dreams and successes, and I get to say, hey, go do it. And I'm telling you right now, of all the people I have, the ones that are making it right now are the ones that just get up every day, they put one foot in front of the other, and they just keep moving forward. As long as you're moving forward, you're not failing. You're constantly moving forward. You're making success. You're that much closer to whatever goal you want to have. And if you just can say to yourself, hey, I'm not going to drown by jumping out there because I'm a smart enough and talented enough person that I can save myself, I don't see why you wouldn't try any of the crazy things you come up with in your mind. Because as long as you can recover, you can win.
Thank you. The courage to fail. Questions right here.
So in your pursuit of failure, are there any recommendations? Do you prepare yourself? Are there any steps that you take each opportunity to try to ensure success?
Yes. I ask my wife. I am married to a very wonderful woman named Mackenzie Johnson. We've been together 7 years, and pretty much my entire entrepreneurial life has been with her. Normally, whenever I'm going to try something that's crazy, I normally go to her and I say, hey, here's my idea. She listens to me and she says, are we going to have to put the house up for collateral? I say, no. Are you going to be able to make a paycheck? I say, yes. And she's like, all right, go do it. So yes, I do always talk to my partner. Everyone should have a sounding board that they talk to just to make sure somebody else knows where you're trying to go.
Question right here.
Hi, I taught in Northampton or Halifax County, so you are an inspiration because it's hard out there. But just working with children and thinking about children, how do you teach failure as such a broad perspective? You know, because really you're saying failure, but you mean success in a different, way. So how do you teach that?
I think one of the ways that I try to teach, I have a 2-year-old now, is just, I don't put the bad connotation on it. I don't make failure seem like something that's this horrible thing that you don't want anybody to know about it. At the end of the day, failure just means the story or the plan didn't go the way you wanted it to go. And I've learned a lot that there's normally a higher power around that decides how the plan should go, and normally that plan works out better than what I thought. So the first steps to teaching children is just really teach them honestly, like, failure's not bad. Failure's not the end of the world. Failure just means you need to readdress your plan.
Thank you, Jason, so much. Appreciate it.